Welcome everyone. We have the MPG-10 lift ticket. This is meant to represent a particular Diaclone iteration of what eventually became Hoist. You've even got a Diaclone inspired head to complete the look. So we are fully in the world of MPG. Masterpiece, as it was known before, is gone, at least as far as a packaging and marketing point of view. Everything now is MPG, and we're getting a little bit of sprinkling of recolors and repaints. But the nice thing is we are getting something besides just the figure in a different color. We're getting, some things that are different, like for instance the different head sculpt for this guy. There are some new figures in the lineup for this year. For instance, we've got Rat Trap coming, we've got God Bomber coming. There's lots of rumors. There's a big rumor about a new Optimus, like Optimus. That's going to be interesting. There's a rumor about Astro Train and also Jazz. So hopefully we'll get some more info in the next few months. So going over the packaging, we've got this nice MPG logo. It is in kind of like a foil, a stamped foil. So it's nice and shiny. Lift ticket is designated as Cybertron Salvage, so that's kind of funny. And I guess all of the premium Takara Tommy stuff is going to have T-Spark associated with it. So we got the T-Spark logo. So for the top of the box, got nice logo, nice shimmering foil. For the side, we've got lift ticket in vehicle mode. On the other side, we've got him in robot mode. On the bottom, we have the UPC, and we have a QR code. He's also officially licensed from Toyota. And on the back, we've got a display of robot mode, vehicle mode, some various poses, even an explanation of some of his tools, and a layout of all the other accessories that he comes with. So let's go ahead and start taking this out of the box. So he's got just a simple tray, and he does have a booklet, and he's got a nice bio card. This is cardboard, but it's very thick, and it's got like a gloss finish on it. And then he also comes with a sticker sheet, very reminiscent of the G1 or the Diaclone toy. And here he is with all the accessories laid out. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else hidden in the back. So let's go ahead and start taking this out of the package. So here he is out of the package, and most of his accessories are going to be robot mode specific. But we can go ahead and put the little wings, whatever you want to call these, onto him. And I think these just slide on. Yeah. Slide these guys on. And that pretty much completes the look for that. He's got this tow bar, which Hoist also has, and he can easily just lift this up and position it this way. But it is different from Hoist. Hoist, this piece is a bit more skeletal, and on lift ticket, it's larger. There's more to it. Also, these little wheels, they do roll. Outside of that, there's not really a way to mount his other accessories. You do have access to his whatever this is. Holographic generator or missile bay. So you do get a little bit more functionality out of him, but for the most part, he is really meant to be a tow truck in this mode. The paint is tampoed, the lettering is tampoed. They did a really good job with it. It looks nice and clean. The front of the grill is all chrome. The lights are different, like they're a different piece. So there's clear plastic, and it looks like there's probably silver paint on the back side of them. It is nice that they painted the little wheel casters back here silver, and he does clean up pretty good. Like you know, he doesn't look like there's a robot hanging underneath him. So pretty nice overall. And then they gave him blue windows, which is a nice contrast with the red and orange of the rest of the vehicle mode. So it looks pretty nice. And then you can kind of sort of fake the doors being open, I believe. It's not really perfect, but you can kind of get in there, but there's not much of a seating situation. But still cool that you can at least do that. But that's more about transformation. So let's go ahead and get this guy transformed. Okay, so it's going to be good to start on the back. You're going to want to pull these tabs out. As you can see, there's little pegs that stick out. And you kind of want to start getting all this stuff situated. These wings need to be moved out of the way. And really, you just want to start getting stuff situated so you can start pulling all this stuff out. And then we're going to need to undo these. This part is not so intuitive, and you might even need to get a spludger, but be careful because I believe, no, I was going to say this is painted plastic, clear plastic, but it's not. And for some reason I got the other side out pretty easily, but can't get this side out. There we go. And once you kind of pull, you'll get a little bit of separation there, and you can get this on out of the way. So continuing to work with the back, unpeg these. There's a little hole right there they unpeg from. And then I think that, yeah, that's gonna release the feet. And that's a good bit of the work right there. And you just close the feet up back here. And we need to do something about these legs. And you're just going to accordion this up and fill it in, and it does kind of peg in there a little bit. And I think that's pretty much it for the leg. His head has a little protector on it here. So I know we need to swing these arms out. And they have kind of an accordion kind of transformation also. So you're going to work them all the way out like that. The doors need to be compressed and then tucked into the cavity. This armature here is on the slider. I think you want to pull this out. Just be careful, be gentle. And this folds like that. If I can illustrate this better on this one. So this piece is going to fold in, and while you're doing that, you're turning this, you're kind of twisting it. However you want to think it through. The outside of the door is going to end up in this orientation, facing inside. Next, you're going to want to get these arms situated a little bit better. Basically, you need to get them out of the way. So go ahead and bring the shoulder up and straighten the arm out. So you're going to have something like that. The arm is rather tricky, like the transformation. And I just did this one and I'm having a hard time thinking through this side. Yeah. Basically just get it out of the way. And then we need to get the head kind of tucked and out. So there's a hinge, but then there's another door here. And you're gonna, I think you push down on this, yeah. Push down on the door, and this is gonna give you clearance to get the head out. So got the head kind of pointing back, and you're trying to get it to tuck and go into that slot that you just made. There's a couple hinges here, so just kind of work it so that you slowly get, close the space of the hinge so that you can get the head to pop through. And then you just kind of need to go ahead and commit to getting the head all the way out. Once that's done, you can slide this piece back up because we want to fill that space that we created there earlier. We'll deal with the back last. The shoulders are, again, kind of the weirdest piece, so you're gonna need to get them pulled forward, and these are kind of tricky. Okay, so you twist, do that again. So twist this way, and that, I think, closes up there. And then you're just bringing all these pieces around. So this becomes the front of the shoulder. And it kind of pegs in, snaps in right there. And you're just gonna bring this around. And we just kind of pretend this is a shoulder. It's kind of hollow, but that's basically how it works. And then his little back flap, you're just gonna bring this up. Doesn't peg in or anything. And that is pretty much the arm. Just kind of situate it so that it points forward. So on this side, we'll kind of demonstrate this again. So this starts off like this, rotate it forward, start bringing all these pieces around. This needs to snap into place. It is a bit tricky. I always feel like when I do this, it's gonna break because it just, there we go. But it's gonna feel like a pop when you get it in, and you're just gonna continue to bring all these pieces to the back. So this should be flush. And this kind of snaps when you get it in position. And then again, don't forget to bring his little arm flap up. There is some articulation here, but it's not really meant to do too much. And then so the last part, we got this backpack situation. And definitely want to get the wings up and out. Close this back up. This is going to basically pull all the way up this way. And there is a slot here and there is a tab here. So you need to kind of work this and remember that the windshield sits backwards a little bit. This piece up top needs to flatten out. While you're closing it, you need to make sure these stay where they're supposed to be. And basically just close this up. And while you're doing it, another thing to be mindful, these doors, they do need to be kind of pushed forward all the way. And they are going to end up tucked under the shoulder, that little slot right there. So they're going to end up like that when this is done. And one last thing I forgot to explain. So when you look at the back of the sky, there's two hinges here. You need to straighten this out, or else this is never going to close up. So it should get straight like that. And then just tab. We need to fix the head. And one last step. So we flattened this out, but really what we're doing is we are pulling it upward. So it starts off lower, straighten it out, and then bring it up so that it comes around to the top. It also helps this hinge that you had to slide up before, it helps pushing this down to get the doors to stay in place. And so if you get all of that perfect, you get lift ticket. In the process of working the shoulders, make sure that the flat part is pointed out and not the part with the screw. You'll also notice that it will affect articulation if you don't have this oriented correctly. So now that we have him in robot mode, we can talk about the accessories a little bit more. So hoist came with a whole bunch of stuff. Lift ticket does not, which isn't necessarily bad, but he does come with the weapons. So we can easily switch out the hands for these weapons. We can also switch them out for the double barrel. He does have the little force field hologram effect that you can plug in. So he does a good job of that. The hitch cleans up really nice. And other than that, he's pretty much hoist, just with a different color and a new Diaclone inspired head, which looks really good. So just kind of further, giving you some more characters to build off of that original design. So next, let's do some comparisons. Here he is with the original release of Hoist. And besides the color and the faces, the head sculpts are completely different. Other than that, it's the same figure. The wings are different. Hoist has animation style wings. Lift Ticket has toy inspired wings. Here he is with his release partner, DK Guard. He's a teeny bit shorter, but they're both rocking the chrome weapons. That kind of looks nice, helps them kind of blend together as a possible team. Here he is with his Decepticon counterpart. And this guy is a bit more of an amalgamation of Hoist and Trailbreaker. But most of his parts, well, yeah, I would say most of his parts are still Hoist. So they look pretty nice together. And then just for size comparison, for people who are not familiar with Masterpiece, these guys are quite a bit bigger. So this is Earthrise Hoist and our Masterpiece Lift Ticket. So overall, a nice release. Definitely probably more for the completist or somebody that just really appreciates the design. This being a repaint and not a representation of the main character, I can see a lot of people being on the fence about getting it. But at the same time, we get so few official Masterpiece releases in any given year. So it's always great to get something. And this is actually pretty nice mold and a pretty cool color scheme, and a good opportunity to show this mold off with a character that can use all these different chrome weapons, and it just really stands out and makes him quite unique, fun to play with, and definitely stands out in display. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.